and today let us learn something about the communication that we do and how it affects us. Most of the times we feel that we are helpless about whatever is going around us or whatever is taking place around us. And most of the times we end up into feeling the same feeling almost at all the times. We just leave the operating mechanism of our life and of our emotions to the external or environmental factors, that is known as the external ecology. And we normally say that the external ecology is responsible for whatever is going on in my life, and I am helpless and I cannot do anything. Let's critically analyze this particular thought and try to understand that exactly how can you definitely change this external ecology to become friendly and take the charge and control of your actions, your thoughts and your emotions in your hand rather than giving it in others' hand. Let's understand this. But before that, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and please press the notification on so that you get this wonderful videos daily and you receive some information daily that is going to help you out up to the best, up to the core, and it is going to make you feel great, right? This is Ashish Nagar over here. I am a physiotherapist and an NLP therapist and coach, and I have my special attention on stress, depression and anxiety, which are the main causes of today's health problems and many other problems in relation. Most of the time we feel that whatever we are facing right now or whatever we are feeling right now is because of the external environment and the external presentation and the external factors that is within us. We are depressed because we are not able to do what we want to do. We cannot communicate with people how we want to communicate. We cannot deal with the things how we want to deal with them. We cannot buy all the things that we want to buy, and we always feel that the external environment and the external factors are not allowing you to get or achieve what you want to achieve in your life. And this particular restriction that we feel in our life is the biggest thing that gives you a feeling of depression. But do you feel that you can feel depressed with a small child? If you are depressed, you supposingly, let me tell you that we have faced death of some near and dear one, and in that process of funeral or after the funeral, in that prayer process, there are people who are sitting over there and they are mourning about the death. And at that place there is a small child, a 3 months to 6 month child or a small 1 year child who comes and starts playing with you. Can you resist smiling looking at the child? See how suddenly the state of your mind and the internal environment changes because of that small child. The very moment you were in grief, you were in very sadness and you were depressed because of the loss that you have just faced. And the very next moment when a small child, really small child comes and starts playing with you, starts smiling at you or laughing with you, you get a smile on your face, and for some time, even for moments, you literally forget that loss and your state of mind changes. Equally, you cannot change the state of mind without involving your physical characteristics. If I say that I am depressed, I'll have my shoulders droop down, I'll have my head down, I'll keep a long face on my long face look on my face, and I'll be sitting like, oh no, this is all going bad and this is all very wrong and I cannot deal with these things. So it may happen that you are actually creating the physiology of that low state or of that sad state in your body also. And what happens gradually, because this gives you very good advantage, the advantage of getting attention, the advantage of getting whatever you want, the advantage of people looking towards you, the advantage of people trying to help you out of the way. So you feel that this is an advantageous condition. Now it is not you, it is even me, that even if I am in such a condition or before I underwent this particular neuro-linguistic programming course, and before I underwent this particular reformation or transformation, even I used to believe the things in the same way. I also used to give excuses because I loved that people should have sympathy towards me even if I am not doing something that is expected to be done by me. And this particular mental status led me away from success and away from the truth that you can achieve anything you want by yourself. It kept me away because it kept me safe. It kept me safe that I could say that okay, the environment is not worth it. The situations did not allow me to do this. The things did not allow me to do this. The situations have not allowed me to go through this. So I could blame other things, and I could even gain sympathy and support and help from the people surrounding me. So this gave me an advantageous position. So I always liked to reflect that particular state, and I learned to reflect that particular state. When I realized this, that it is what you see or what you show to your inner self or how you perceive the world that actually it matters. Let me give you an example. Horror movies, you would have seen many horror movies. Now, the well-known horror movie like Conjuring is having the same effects. It is having an effect of a ghost. It is having the dull sound, those heavy sounds, those low lights, those camera without focuses, and those suspense that they create with the sound effect actually gives you the internal environment, because it creates a perception for you that there is something that is fishy and that is dangerous over here. On the same side, if you go through scary movies, even there is a ghost, but that is a jolly good ghost, and you just feel like laughing looking at that ghost, because when you see a ghost falling down and rubbing his butt because he got hurt or anything of that sort, or even if that mask like face, he is giving impression without a word, without a language, without a dialogue, and in that mask face also through the body presentation, that particular character of the mask in the scary movie makes you laugh in spite of being a ghost. So can you see the perception in both the movies? In one side also there is a ghost, but there is no physical character, there is no physical presence, or there is no bizarre presence that you can feel, but only the way the director shoots it, the air going inside, the sound effect that is there, the environment they create, it causes goosebumps in you. And at the same side, when you see a scary movie also, there also you feel it. So this all wonders happen because of the director's imagination and power to make you perceive the things as he wants it to be perceived. It is not that you perceive it this way. Whoever will see this particular movie or whoever will see this will perceive it in the same way, because the director wants you to perceive it in that way. And this is what is the magic, that how you see the world, how you perceive the world, and how you reflect it in the internal environment. It cannot happen until and unless you allow it to happen. If you allow your physiology, your physical presentation as well as your postures to get in line with your mental state of depression because of any reason, you will be feeling depressed, you will be feeling helpless, you will be feeling down, you will be having those things because you get so many things over this. There is the advantages of getting emotional support, empathy, sympathy, and along with that you get support from so many people. You feel that you are worth it, and this worthiness which is wrongly created makes it a habit that you stay in a state of low energy, or you stay in a state of low health, or you stay in a state of low mental functioning at all the times, because it gives you advantages. And the same thing, as I said, you was with me also. But the day I realized that this was just my internal feeling. If at a moment when I am feeling low, why do you go to eat your best ice cream? Why do you feel like eating the best chocolate you love to change your mood? Why do you love to have that coffee, that particular Starbucks coffee which is costing 187 rupees, and only that is going to change your mind and that is going to change your mood? How does this define that what is going to change your mood and what is not? It is defined by if you overwhelm your depression, then these things will also stop affecting you. You will not feel better with anything in the external world. And if you can suppress these emotions, you can be as happy as you could ever be. So my dear friends, please understand that it is the perception of the things and the internal image that we create, that is what is actually leading to a state of helplessness or a state of resourcefulness. It is up to you whether you want to feel helpless and you want to feel down and stay in this world, or you want to feel ecstatic and you want to feel energetic and live up in this world. Whether you are going to perform the best in any given situation, or whether you are not going to perform in any given best situation. There is a difference in the use of the word best when I say these two sentences. There are people who are having everything in this world that a person relishes or thinks or dreams of having, and still they are not a success. And there are people in this world who are not having anything and still they are a great success. Please understand again and again the same thing, that it is how you see the world, how you create an internal image of it, and how you match your physiology and your psychology, your mind and your body, that actually gives a relation, that actually gives a meaning, that actually gives a communication to the external and internal world. And that is what defines whether you are going to be successful or whether you are going to be helpless and doomed. That depends on you and not the external world. Let me tell you again, the pole of light that is standing in the center of the signal is the same in throughout the year, right? But when there is sun, you can look at shiny. When there are clouds and it's rainy, you can look it as rusted. When it is dark, you can look it as dark. And many times people don't even look and dash into the pole and say that they have not put a board on the pole, that there is a pole here. So it all depends. The pole is the same and it is at the same place, but it depends at the perception of people towards the pole. If the light is on in the night, it is a useful thing. If it is not on in the night, it is a useless thing, right? So it is we who give definitions to the things and the situations, and the situations and things are as they are. So if you change your perception, your physiology, your physics, there have been studies that have proven that if you stand in the Superman pose, keeping hands on your waist and with your shoulders erect, pulled backwards, and your neck and head erect and looking towards the ceiling. If you stand in this pose that is known as the Superman pose even for 2 minutes, you will feel the change in the physiology and you will feel the change in the thought process that you are having. Whenever you are feeling actually dull or sad, or whenever you are feeling that you are not actually dull and sad, but you have to remain dull and sad, right? Because the situations are allowing you. Let me tell you, stand in the Superman pose for 2 minutes and this Superman pose will change your physiology. It will change the way you are thinking. And it will keep you from an unresourceful state to a resourceful state where you will start looking at possibilities. So my dear friends, you are not actually helpless. We are helpless only by our thoughts and only by the way we perceive the things. Change your perception to change your state from unresourceful and helpless state to resourceful and productive state. That's it for today, and see you in the next class, right? Or video rather, right? Please do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to turn on the notification, and please leave comments if you love this. If you want to get connected to me, please leave your email ID in the comments, or you can even send me an email for further talks or further communication on the email address given in the description box, or you can WhatsApp me on the number that I have shared in the description box. Thanks for joining me today. Please be with me. We are going to learn wonderful things that we actually know, but we don't realize that they are affecting us. Thank you so much. Take care.